The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. What we did in the last stream, first I'm going to take the torch out of my hand so that I don't have that fire noise going off. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Yes, you can. Right now it is nighttime because we had some issues with the game crashing in the middle of us playing, so we were not able to save during the day. I think we have 2 days still before monsters start appearing, or it's going to tell us that we only have 1 day left. I'm not sure what time of day it is. Actually, it is almost midnight. If you look in the bottom left corner, you see the date, the time, temperature, and then the wind percentage. Now, what we did in the last stream, before we rated out, is a few things. We did all of our pit kilns, so everything has been fired. We have an anvil, we have a forge, and we also made 20 ingots of bronze ingots. Those are copper and tin ingots. I don't think we have anything special in here to show off other than the fact that we have wood. So what we're going to be doing is getting this town visually, aesthetically pleasing. We're probably going to change up what the building is made out of, but keeping the initial shape and look of it. So I think I'll probably replace this wood, which is a beam, and then place in a beam back into it. We also have this building, which is sunken down 1 block. It is in water, so a portion of the inside of this building is filled with water. Hopefully you guys can see it. You guys can see a little bit more better than I can. Going off of OBS, I can actually see a difference in light. So hopefully it's bright enough for you guys can see. Actually, could someone do me a favor of telling me if you can see everything, besides the crafting UI? Right now, can you make out things on the screen without a torch being opened? Right now I should be looking at a roof texture. All dark, so it's just a black screen right now. Because on OBS it shows that I can see the entire room that I am in. You guys should be able to see the stars when I look up at the sky. Okay, but if I take the torch out, everyone can see for sure. Okay, so this is a black texture. Okay, so through the internet, OBS is not showing it as brightly as I can see on OBS. Okay, but anyway, this is the building that is sunken by 1 tile into the lake that was generated. As you can see here, the water is going in. I can't get rid of this water because of something. Oh, In the chat of the game, it just said that monsters begin to appear. I do not want to deal with monsters yet. If I do that, I may be able to see them. You guys might not be able to see. There was a portal right next to us. I don't know if anyone heard it. I was going to go out and work a little bit more on our farm, so I think the rest of... Did it say began or begin? Monsters begin to appear. So we had set this to being 10 days without monsters, so that we could do a little bit more around the area. Also, I can't use this bed. So we do need to take a portion of time to go to another ruin so that I could pick up a bed that we found over there that I might be able to use. I'm not seeing monsters nearby, but that could just be their generation is not nearby. Like right next to me. I'm only concerned because there's a portal and that will continuously spawn things until the morning. Which is what I don't want. Because I do not have a way of defending myself yet. So let's go walk around and see if we can show off anything that we've done. We took away some of this dirt so that I could place in a road at some point made out of cobble and actual road tiles. We plotted out one farmland area. We started doing the second farmland and then we started hoeing it, but we had the game crash, so I never tried to re-hoe it. We're here for 25 minutes already? That's been 25 minutes? Yes, it's been almost a half hour. The Pokemon, I think they would have to use the bot and re-subscribe to those people. I'm not sure how it works for bots. But anyway, it is... I thought it was becoming daytime, but it's not. That was just the lighting of the torch. So let's take out all of these ingots. Now, I was talking to Percuss and asking him what in the world is silver and gold used for. And he said that it's a good way to make a top tier bronze. And if we look at our map, in the last stream, we had found a huge cave system that if I get everything I know is in, we might be able to see. So every one of these icons is an ore that I found underground. A majority of this entire circle here is one large cave. And at some point, we are going to take time and completely map out that entire cave. I don't know if we're going to add this stream or not. You know, I still hear the portal, but I'm not seeing any monsters out here. Also, somebody is scratching at something, and I don't know what. What are you doing? Looks like Paintbrush might have been just playing in the scratcher. The scratcher over there is kind of like a bowl. And it looks like they're about to jump up. Nope, they're coming over here. Where'd you go? Oh, the other way. That part of you complaining about the game telling you monsters have begun to spawn when I was here for 25 minutes already. Hey, pretty boy. Okay. No, he's not scratching on something I don't want them to scratch on. It looks like the monsters are not here. So, I am going to use the hose to hoe out the second plot of land over here that we started doing the other day. We should be safe. I'm not seeing anything on the map. Not on the map, on the world. So what we're doing here is we are trying to create a... Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to do these. I just deleted those dirt tiles there. We're gonna have to replace them. Unlike in Minecraft, when you hoe dirt in Vintage Story and you dig it up later, you don't reclaim dirt. It actually destroys the dirt. Unfortunately, those are deleted now. And Slicky redeemed first a stretch, so everyone stretch. And also give Kitty treats. Now that means both of them get treats. And they're not too much of a fan of the chocolate treats. I am going to give them some of the chocolate treats. I think I'll split up their bar into 2 pieces for each of them. But I'm also going to give them the temptation treats that I know they're going to want. Mama. Hey. Want these? Mama. There you go. She'll eat them, but she doesn't really like them. I think it's just the flavor. He kind of just stares at them and licks them, and then doesn't look at them again. You have your own. You're not getting to hers. Look, right here. Do you want them? You're just not a fan of them, are you? Alright, Mama. You can have all 4 then. And then he's gonna get the temptation treats, because I know he'll eat them. They're right here. Right there. He looks at me like I didn't just place them down. There you go, Mommy. You can have more treats. I do have some greenies treats mixed in here, so they should be getting a little bit of a dental health bonus from that. I'm not sure. Also, I'd like to bestow thy streamer with treats, but alas, no such redeem. Yeah, I don't have a redeem like Willow does. You were able to peek? Oh. I haven't played Peak since I think the last time we streamed it on here, which would have been when you played with us. After that, I don't think I've looked at it again. It seems like everyone that was playing it, in terms of the streamers, they lost interest in it after a while. After I think the desert area was added in, the Mesa. So like Willow, Wellbred, Regus, they all stopped playing it. Okay, now that we're done with the reams, let's go back in here. can you continue going? Now we have 3 more hose, so I'm not worried about us not having enough. And after we're done with this, that is not the same fertility. Okay, we're gonna have to do some digging. First things first, I want to get rid of all these. As you can see, nothing is being dropped from this. And the reason why this is low fertility is because this was 1 tile below the surface. So the top layer of this area is medium fertility, and then the bottom layer underneath that is low fertility. There may be some spots where it's like 2 layers of medium fertility, but a majority of it is 1 layer lower. And I'm looking at the words at the top to tell me where there is low fertility. I'm gonna guess all 3 of these are, yep. So this would have been part of the hill that was here. We'll just pick all that up. We do need to find a spot. Oh, we have medium, never mind. Let's just swip those out. And replace this. We want medium fertility because it has a high fertility. And this is going to bug me if I don't do that soon. Let's also put the 2 spots over here. Get rid of this 2 grass. Not much of an interesting game, but for ADHD, me doing the thing good, that's really wonderful. It is good to play for a while, but it's not like for me, it's not a repeatable game. Once you do it a few times, you kind of get bored with it, especially after doing all the achievements. I've never gotten all the achievements. I know Wellbred has. I think Rigas has, or got close. I don't know if Willow has, but I know she has a lot of the badges that you get for completing the different achievements. So that's probably why Wellbred doesn't play it anymore. Unless people ask him to. Now, I also have a question. Hopefully Willow is not currently here. On Friday, I get paid my Christmas check. Now, that doesn't mean I get a bonus from work due to it being Christmas this Friday. I actually got that a while ago. But what I'm thinking is donating some to Willow, because for Christmas, I like to donate my check to various things. Usually not like a charity place, but let's say when I first started, I would give my mom my check to help with household bills. And then one year, I think I did some to Echo. I think last year I gave some to Kebby from Who Knows Yo. And this year, I think I'm going with Willow. So my question is, should I cover the remaining amount of subs that Willow would need to do a 12-hour Sunday stream this Sunday? Just to mess with her. Now, she did just come down with a cold, so I'm not sure if she's up to it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Also, it is daytime, so I don't think I need this in my offhand. Costing us more food. We're almost out of food, by the way. After this layer, we're on the last 3 pieces of hoeing for this plot. There's a Geodude in chat. I know I've seen Geodude. I don't know if I've caught Geodude. I have not. Wow. Okay, catch. I don't know what balls I have. I caught that sneeze quick enough. I hope. What balls do I have? I have to open up another thing for this. I have 3 Ultra Balls and 1 Luxury Ball. Let's see if I catch it. Okay, get back to this. Alright, back to Farmville Simulator. We only have this row and the one right below it that I'm standing on, and then this plot of land is done. I do want to do 2 more plots. I don't know if we're ready for 2 more plots yet, because we should probably be prepared for monsters. So I think I might start making bronze tools before we do anything else. Just so that I'm prepared for the next night. That way we can still do stuff in the middle of the night and not have to worry about what's going to happen. And I think we might keep using flint hose just to get the rest of these plots done, because we're only going through 3 hose. It looks like 2 hose and then 3/4 of another hose, because this is pretty much half. It is actually half durability. So we'll need definitely 3 more for the next one. That should bring us up to 3/4. And then probably just 2 more. So a total of 5 more. Do I have 5 flint? We can go get flint. We can also get flint from right here. Alright, and then this is probably going to cut into the clay over here, I think. Where would it end? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, really? We get close to the clay, but we don't actually dig into it. Nice. That's actually preferred. Why does this look like a cave opening right here? Because it is. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of plans for what's going to happen in this area, but I'm not yet prepared to do any of it. I'm just making sure that I'm picking up flint when I can. Are these berries ready? No. What we should do is probably go around and find different seeds that I can grow. Okay, that's... Oh. Okay, turnips. They're an N. Spelt is for something else. So let's go run around before it's nighttime and try and find some food. Now, I remember seeing a lot of seeds. Oh, there's the portal. I remember seeing a lot of seeds over on the other side of this hill. Was that high fertility? Something looked like a different color. Oh, it's forest. Okay, forest looks a lot darker than low fertility soil. Alright, what I'm looking for is anything that is not turnip or spelt. Because we have both of them. Is that flint? Yes, it is. So any type of food product in the ground. Onions. Onions are 100% a different letter, so that's good to have. There's some mushrooms. I think this is spelt again. Yeah, it is. I mean, it wouldn't hurt having more seeds for it. But it's also not a seed we need. Are these... Yeah, these are all flowers. Is that a tree I don't have marked? This is a tree I don't have marked. Wow, I thought I had all three of them marked. I do have 3 on here now, right? A triangle? Yeah. Whoop, didn't mean to drop that. No, what I want is to pick that up. We're in for some protein. Monsters. I didn't even hear them, I just went and looked. Give that protein. Luckily they didn't follow me out. I must have gotten away from them. This is looking to be... Ah! I may have eaten a snail, or a snake. And got poisoned. I don't think I need to get more flint. We just need more food. Are these turnips? We'll grab them just for the extra seeds. I'm trying to look for carrots. More turnips. Here's something. These might be carrots. Oh, they are. Carrots are K, so they're the other letter out of the 3. Ooh. And a tree. I want that stick. Can't pick it up unless I don't have anything in my inventory. How do I mark this? Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way on the map. This tree hole. We'll do yellow. There's another tree hole that I didn't mark somewhere. Hopefully we'll find that in the future. Here's some resin I didn't mark. Whoop. Okay, well we have all 3 of the letters covered for right now. That should be enough for now. We can't plant all 3 until I have the 3rd area prepared, so we're going to try and do that today. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, what is that? A dead hair. But there is copper here. Let's put that up there. I don't think I can pick that up right now. Oh, here's a portal. Let's go back home. We are going to have to spend some time lighting up our base. Can pick that up. These black currants that I ran past last time. We also want to get these chickens at some point in the future. Now, I could do the old-fashioned way of chasing them into a spot. I'd rather use the cages that we have. We'll have to make them, though. And that's our single fruit tree. No, that's our beehive. Some of our trees grew up again. Let's grab... Let's do onions and carrots. So on that one will be onions, this one will be carrots. That way they're not mixed together. And we'll do turnips in the next one, but we need to get more high fertility soil, or medium fertility. We also need to make more inventory space. Now I'm going to clean up some of these boulders, just to make things look a little bit nicer around here. There's a pachorisu in chat. Alright, if we go in here, this is going to be for all of that. This is food related. Since both of these are N, I'll put them like this. And you know what? I have wood unlocked, so I should probably do a chest. Wooden chest. That is nails with wood around it. So I want to get into wood, or into the chest. It does have 16 slots compared to this, which has 12, so it gives us another row. Then we can use these for food. Let's do that. I want brown coal. And I can put this copper back in there. So I'm going to be all over the place for a little bit. We're going to make as many nails as I can with this. Whoop, didn't mean to pick them up. In the meantime, let's take away all of this dirt that's been here for the pit kilns. Some of this is made out of low fertility, so I'm not going to be filling in all of the holes, apparently. Okay. Start making this look a lot nicer. I think we might do a pit kiln area, maybe underground in like a cellar. 1 block shy. I was gonna say short. Alright, how are these? They're definitely hot enough. I need my hammer. And that. This has to go on the offhand. We're gonna make all these into nails. Apparently we can make 16 pieces. Oh. I should have this on autocomplete, which I do. So this is a mod. Usually you have to hammer the voxels in individually. And I downloaded a mod that does it automatically for us. It first fills in the holes that we need, and then it starts deleting them, like the extra voxels we have afterwards. I hear a boat's horn to our right. I haven't gotten shot yet. I still hear it. I am concerned. We're gonna ignore it and hope that it goes away. It could be in the cave below us, which is another reason why I want to get them sorted out so that we don't have monsters being spawned close to us. Although, on a plus side, if there's a lot of caves below us, they could take the mob count and then nothing spawns above ground to hurt us. So this may be a blessing in disguise. Where we're running around above a cave that has them all in it. I don't know, chat. Why does our shadow not match our hammer? Every other hit, the shadow moves. Weird. And they don't stack? Oh, they do stack, okay. Oh, that was loud in my ears. Let's go in here and change the sound. So the music level is way down here. What if I turn this down to 50? Turn you up to 10. That should be the same thing. And then that should be a little bit quieter for you guys on the sound effects. Alright, now that we have this, we can make a few things of chests. We actually don't have enough wood for it right now, so we're gonna have to make wood. Logs I have out here. That's all the charcoal. Let's just grab a full stack in one. And then I need the saw, which I don't have enough room for. I'm just gonna make as many as I can. Alright, I'll pick this up. Oh, we can make 2 stacks of chests right now. Not 2 stacks. I just do that. Can I shift click? I can. And then if I put them next to each other, we get 8 double chests. That's a lot of storage. And we have a lot of wood left over. I'm going to continue putting them right here. I can't put more? Really? That can't be the height. Oh! I didn't realize this room is 2.5 blocks tall. I thought it was 3 blocks tall this whole time. Okay, that explains why they couldn't fit. But anyway, now that we have these, I can go like that, and we can move everything over if I can get the angle of the camera right. If I press tab, no. Is it alt? It is alt. Okay, and then I also want this open so that we can put all of our stuff inside. Okay, that's not working. What if I go like this? And then put these here. That's zinc. That's used for another type of bronze. We are going to be using tin and copper until we run out of tin in the area. So that's one chest done. We now have these open for food. I still haven't figured out how to place these down. Is there a way for me to look up how to place piles? You know what? Let's use Google. Vintage story. Knives, here's the large troughs. Dry grass stacks of 64 can be transported in inventory and stationary materials. Cannot be stacked on solid surfaces. But I've seen people make stacks of them in the newest update. Okay. I still hear that bow torn. Okay, it's not upstairs. I'm gonna check to see if it's in the farmhouse. Oh, it is! This is why I wanted to make a spear, so that I don't have to do this close enough to get hurt. But luckily, these are distance attackers, so they will keep running from you as long as you're not too far away from them. After that, they'll start shooting you like they have a bow. And then if we harvest them, we can get the chance of getting a bow arrow, apparently, but also a temporal gear, which will set our respawn point wherever we use it. Alright, I need a junk chest, not a drunk chest. So I need to just throw random stuff in it. Let's place all this up there. You know, if I break these, I should get everything out of it a little bit quicker than I would if I didn't break them. Alright. Food. This, that. And I have a sort button here, which automatically sorts it. That's a mod that I downloaded after finding out that I could sort them. And these, we're probably going to just delete them at some point, but I'm not doing that yet. Okay, this is more food. We need to make a cellar. These are slabs. I have 2 blocks here that I can use. Now that I have a pick, I can actually edit the houses. And if I do these, it should say that we're in a cellar. It does. Wonderful. Alright, now what I'm going to do is figure out a way to make it so that drifters can't get down here. We do... Why is it not going downwards? There we go. They shouldn't be able to get through here. The crawling drifters might be able to go through that, but we shouldn't get hurt by them now. And then this can be our storage for food. So if we pick these up and move them into there, anything we store inside these should last longer. This says 42 days. Now it says 1.5 years, or almost 2 years. Wow. Okay. We should be getting close to nighttime now. We are, in fact. We need to make tools, which are now over here. Let's take half of this, because I don't know how much we're going to need. All of this. Obviously going to need to pick up our tools again. And I think I'm going to bring all of this inside, actually. Make it a little bit safer for us to do all this. Let's do our mini forge system over here in the corner. Alright. And then I'm gonna need a hand open here. We're also gonna need some water. Which is right there where the reeds are, right outside the window. There's also a slacking in chat that I just noticed. And the working temperature should be 700, right? No, it's actually 475. We're almost at that point already. Alright, so we should be able to use these now. I want... not a hoe. Prospecting pick for sure. I probably shouldn't have taken all 4 of them out. Can I place these back in? So they can stay warm? I can. And I have the molds for all of this stuff, just in case we need the molds later on. But we're going to be hammering it for the rest of the time that we have these. Alright, next is a pick. And then a hammer. Where is hammer? That's an axe, that's a sword. There's a hammer. Alright, next would be... well, all that stuff I just did was for mining. The cleaver for butchering. We could get into chiseling. I don't know what a bronze boss is. Oh, it's for making shields. We could get into bronze plates, which takes 2 things of ingots. We can make some torch holders and stuff out of that. Pounder cap is for grinding stuff. Prospecting pick. Sin's rod, I don't know what that's for. We can make a bronze saw. We could do the scythes, which will make hoeing easier. These are different things. We can make the splitter plugs, I mean. Bucket handle. Crafting a metal bucket, we can make a wrench. Spear, shovel, shears. We definitely want a spear, so that I can survive the night a little bit easier from a distance. And then I guess we'll go down the line of the different tools we can make. Oh, I pressed the home button instead of control. Alright, let's go quench these while we're waiting. Alright, and then all of these go on sticks. Prospecting pick. New pickaxe. A spear for surviving better. And a new hammer for doing the rest of these when we need it. Get the flint hoe. We should probably make the other flint tools. We want 5 if I counted correctly. This way I don't have to make a bronze hoe. Put that back, bring you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all gonna go into this chest for right now, so that I still have room for all this. Alright, what's next? Knife. This is a very quick thing to make. But then deleting the rest of the stuff takes a little bit longer. We already have the pick, so it's going to be shovel and axe next. Here's the shovel. And the axe. Why do I not see the axe? Oh, it's up top, that's why. Alright, and now what else should we do? I want to say another spear, but we could do a second pick. Let's just pick it up and see what we can make. So we could go into large hooks for butchering stuff, but we don't have a cleaver, so we don't really need to. We could do the splitter plugs. Could do a wrench. A wrench would actually come in handy more than other stuff would. We could do the saw or the scythe. Let's do the scythe. Scythe is going to be used for farming, so this is actually something we probably do need. Alright, let's go quench all 4 of these if it's safe enough. I don't see any monsters out here. Did I get all 4? I did. Alright, and then all 4 of these get a stick. And then they all get hung up because I don't need any of them right now. I might need the shovel. Let's keep the shovel on us. And just hang up everything else. This will go there. I will move this over so that I can put that right there. And we don't need these on us at all times. Is there anything I should do right now? Let's keep the bucket on us. I want to look at storage for inventory. Yep, this. We don't really need a rebel storage yet, though. Backpacks. We're using the baskets. Linen sacks. Storage slots 5, and I'm pretty sure these are 3. So we would get a total of 8 more slots. If I can make that much flax twine. And it's not cycling through different things, so I need to make that out of flax. Linen, I'm pretty sure, is just even more flax. It's also used for making a wooden bed. Okay, so maybe we should be farming flax. Either way, I can't really see much out here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and dig up more of this dirt. Try and get more high quality dirt. Medium quality, I mean. Although it looks like a bunch of this is low fertility, so I may have already done all of it that I could. Except for like the very edges. Luckily we're skipping over the copper age for shovels. So we're going to see, hopefully, a large increase in speed of digging once I start using the bronze shovel that we just got. Till then, it's going to be pretty slow. Now, we do already have the bronze shovel in our hand. So hopefully when this breaks, it automatically gets put into... or it automatically gets switched to the bronze pick. Or the bronze shovel, I mean. Welcome in, first-time chatter, Insmod. Hopefully I said that correctly. I may have broken up your name wrong. I'm going to assume you're a fan of Vintage Story. We are in what I would consider the infancy stage. Oh, we just got switched to the bronze. As you guys saw. Oh, I did say it correctly? Nice. Usually I don't. You are addicted to the game? It is a very good game. Especially when you grow up on Minecraft. I spent a very long time being addicted to Minecraft specifically. Before I found other games. You can get saplings? Huh. I didn't realize I could dig up a sapling. When Minecraft first came out, I was in middle school, so all through high school, I would be playing Minecraft. I started playing it back when Minecraft didn't even have... Minecraft didn't have fences at one point. So I used to make my houses surrounded by a sand wall, because it was just the easiest thing to grab at the time. I stopped playing it because they're not really updating things well. I think the last good update that Minecraft had was the Nether update. And that was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago at this point. Oh, there's also a Magneton in chat. Hold on a second. I don't think I've seen that before. Apparently I have, and I've caught it. This is actually your first game that looks like this? Well, that's good, because, if you didn't already know, Vintage Stories started as a Minecraft mod until the point where they decided to turn it into their own game. Which is why mods are very accepted in this game. Okay, it looks like we're getting to the point where this is no longer the hill that we started it on. And it may be... Hey, red clay. Maybe time to start rounding it out, so it looks a little bit natural. So I'll just start going randomly in a diagonal this direction. And then we'll try rounding it even further afterwards. Alright, it looks like it goes in this way, so if we go like this, this should look more natural. And then with that sapling I have, place that randomly. We do have some dirt or stone here to get rid of. I just heard a door open. I don't know if you guys were able to hear a door open, but I don't have much light in the town for me to see anything. And I didn't know that drifters could open doors. What if it's the ruined doors they're able to open, regular doors they can't? I don't know. You were using RuneScape? That's a game I haven't gotten into. I've heard good things about it, though. Well, that'd be super scary. It would be. I don't know if the, what is it called? What's the actual sound called? I guess it could be the FX sound level. I don't know if the effects are loud enough for you guys to hear. This would be the closest door. I don't hear any mobs. And out here isn't near close enough for me to hear this trader. Oh, I wonder if there's a door beneath the ground. Because there is a large cave below us. And this is not enough dirt for us to do another plot of land. That's the dirt, so that means we go back this way now. I almost got all of them. Okay, 1, 2, skip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna go through all of our dirt. Luckily, it automatically pulls out the next set of dirt. I heard a noise. I don't know what the noise means. Let me count this out first. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the noise? Oh, thank you for following. You filled the cave with dirt? No, we did not. I just went... We got distracted in our last stream, and I went into what I thought was a small cave that, as we kept exploring, it just kept going. Every one of these markers that is a cave entrance, is that what the marker's called? A ladder. Every one of the ladder icons. Did I actually just place that? No. Every one of the ladder runs is inside the same cave, except for that copper up there. So if we zoom out even further, there should be one way out here. This copper is in the same cave system. It also goes to this building. Right below this building is a cave entrance that we're going to use as a mine. It is very large. It has almost every important ore that we're going to be using. There's obviously copper, and I think we found tin. Yeah, there's tin in there. There's zinc. There's iron in one of the lowest points. There's basalt throughout multiple of the caves, so we're going to be getting salt so we can use for food stuff. And we need, I think we need 3 or 4 stacks of medium fertility soil to make these plots. So I'm going to have to find somewhere else to dig away at. And I'm pretty sure my guess that the cave below us being so expansive and unlit is why we haven't gotten any mobs above ground the entire night so far. Like, it's already 3 in the morning. So we should have been attacked multiple times by now. Alright, which one of these is cranberry? Add that. We don't have to get rid of this tree yet because it's in the middle of our 2 berry bushes. Oh, we have 2 layers of cranberry bush. Oh. We don't need to get up more. You have to admit you're quite new to the game. The ores that I was going over are the different tiers. So you obviously start with flint, then you can get into copper ore, then you combine copper with multiple different ores, and you get the next tier, which is bronze. So I go for copper and tin because it's the easiest 2 things to combine. You can also get bismuth, bronze. You can also use gold, which is a rare item that you find mixed in with quartz. That can be used as a different bronze. If I go in here, it'll be easier to explain. Alright, just going off of these, you have tin bronze, bismuth bronze, and black bronze. I actually don't know how to make black bronze. Black bronze is made out of copper, silver, and gold. Okay, so that's the one. It takes both silver and gold. I thought it was just gold. So then which one makes bismuth? Because there's something that mixes in with bismuth. That would be... that's bismuth. Zinc and bismuth make another bronze. They are all the same tier, but they may have higher durability when you use the more expensive things. And then the next thing is iron. Once you make 1 iron pick, you can get into meteoric iron, which is slightly stronger. I don't remember if there is steel. That's not what I want to do. Is there steel? There is steel, okay. And I'm guessing steel is made by... Actually, it doesn't seem like there is a way to make steel. Because this should say that it's made from iron mixed with other things. I know there's a way with the specialized kiln for it. to make steel. I just don't know how to mix stuff together to make it. Anyway, you've been playing for 4 weeks now? Oh, you're fairly new. That's okay, so am I in a way. I know enough to make me survive a year. You didn't know about that one? I'm not sure what I was talking about when you typed that, so I don't know what you meant. What was I doing? Pretty sure I came over here to, well, one, to get rid of everything that's in my pocket. When I shift and do control at the same time, I place in a full stack at a time. This was our charcoal pit before I found out that we have brown coal that we could use. Those are adorable, and I've never noticed them until just now. Here's one of our ruined areas. We're gonna do that. Oh, we should probably go explore. Where is that ruined area that we found? What is over here? Oh, we found more gold mixed with, over here with the brown coal, which we may not have gotten everything out of. We found quartz underneath, which had gold ore. We also found a flint node, so if we ever need a lot of flint, we can go back to there and pick up the flint. More copper there. That is a ruin. That's more tin if we ever need more. Where is... Here's the ruin. Oh, I already have it pinned. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Felt so proud I made my first bronze pickaxe, but I'm actually clueless what I need to do next. It depends on how you want to play. Because you can 100% play this like Minecraft, and when I did this on a server with a few of our streamer friends, I actually never got out of bronze. To me, bronze is, if you're doing tin bronze, it's somewhat very accessible and easy to make. The only difference between going through the tiers of ore is that... Sorry, I'm being shot at. The different tiers of ore have a longer lifespan. And I just heard that door open again. They can open the doors. So they can open age doors. Now spears, you can actually throw them by holding right click, but they also work as a decent like 2-block length attack weapon. And it's actually day, so I'm going to be taking out the torches from my hand. We don't need them out. And I'm going to keep opening up each drifter to try and get a temporal gear. So we need to switch our doors to our house, so that we can't get hurt inside the house. Oh, that's where the drifter was upstairs. Or not the drifter, the this guy, the bullthorn. Now luckily we can get our spear to hit them at a distance where they can't shoot at us and also can't attack us. That's another perk to having them. Another bow thing. Anyway, is this village vanilla? I am not sure. I haven't gone through... Sorry, I'm hearing more doors open. I haven't gone through all the different ruins that our mod does make. Oh, hello. I knew you were over here. I do have the Better Ruins mod enabled on here. I just don't know what parts are in it. Thanks for a nice kill. I'm hearing more doors open in here. I'm gonna guess in here. Yep, there's a crawler. It's still a drifter, I just call them crawlers because that's what they do. And if I get a temporal gear, I won't need that bed that we're actually going to go find now. I don't have food. I do have some cranberries, but we are in a lack of food. We are growing food, but that's going to take quite a while for us to, I'm hearing noises, chat. There's a metapod in chat. I know I have metapod. Let me check to make sure I have it. Yes, I do. I heard something that sounded like one of these opening. Or closing. Oh, hello. Yeah, you can't attack me, can you? They are opening this. We're just gonna move all of this stuff down here. I could probably do this quicker by deleting it and just placing it back down, but I figured I'll just do that now. Give me that. We'll use this for food over here. We didn't even place any food in here. We did put turnips in here. Now, if I cook these, obviously they give us more saturation. And in a way, they are a better food if I cook them. I am not going to cook them. That crab just hurt me. And I got stuck in the hole. So right here, if we took away this dirt, we would be able to get into the cave that expands the entire village. What you use the temporal gears, if you hold them, I'm actually going to throw that, I don't need that, I'm not going to use a bow. If you use temporal gear in a spot, like if I stood right here and I use temporal gear, it either places it where I'm looking, or it just places it in a spot that I'm standing. And that will count as a respawn point, so that in vanilla, I'm not immediately teleported to spawn when I die. We do have a mod enabled on here that if I use a bed, like in Minecraft, that would become my respawn point. The only difference between using a temporal gear and the bed mod is that a temporal gear is a one-time use. So when you die and you respawn there, you'll have to use another temporal gear and reset it to that spot. The bed mod, you don't have to reset it. It stays at that bed until you click on another bed. That's the only reason why I don't like using temporal gears. Aside from the fact that they are rare, you can only get them from drifters as far as I know. Not only drifters. You can only get them from mobs as far as I know. I don't know if you can find them places in a ruin. I don't know if you can get them from a trader. You might be able to get them from both of those. Who knows? But they are rare. I'm also taking a look at all of our pine trees to look for resin. Because when we get into automation stuff, we're going to need resin for gears. And if I can find as many trees as I can, like this resin tree here, these regrow either yearly or monthly? Could be somewhat more monthly. I also have a mod enabled to, if I press shift and I look at certain things, it'll automatically put a waypoint on the map. Anyway, these trees, I think, make resin more often than if we were to put something in the tree to get it in buckets. We did make the things to make buckets, so we can get them. I think we are going to do that for maple syrup and stuff. So I'm pretty sure you can't get maple syrup without using those. And as far as I know, those are monthly or yearly. This is a ruin that we went looking through at night, I think. I'm pretty sure this is better ruins. Bony soil. Bony soil, you can get a lot of valuable stuff out of it if you sift it. So anytime I see bony soil, I am going to be digging it up. I didn't see if there's any underneath there, but there probably isn't. If I shift. Okay, I see no more. I think I got that piece. All of these stones, I'm actually going to just throw... You know, I'll hold on to it in case I need it. I'm looking for any vessels that are out here. I'm also looking for copper. I also just realized that we brought the brown coal with us. That is a raccoon. There's a bunch out here. Anyway. One time a trader was selling one? Nice. I didn't know that. Okay, so everyone who is watching this on YouTube later, you can get them from traders. Okay, this biome being primarily pine trees should have a lot of them. And trees can have more than one resin piece on it. So you could get lucky with a tall tree having 2 things of resin. And we're already at the ruin, almost. This is the ruin here. Why do I have 2 points here? Oh, because I already had something for the, where a vessel is. So now that we can see this in the daytime, there's an expansive well here, which I can't go down. And there's also nothing at the bottom. We had a few things over here that was decent to look at during the night. There's nothing below this as far as I know. Actually, while we have a pick... That has nothing below it. And there should be 3 of these buildings. This stuff I can pick up? It is! So we have been far enough away that none of the stuff I dropped has despawned. It says this is here. Now this is a cool archway. Is there anything below this muddy gravel? No, it's just muddy gravel and then stone underneath that. But now you can dig under a ruin and find structures there sometimes. Yes, you can. I don't usually go underneath the ruins to dig. Unless I can see something noticeable. That is a fence area. We should probably get all of the stone paths from here. That'll be less that I have to make later on. Because we are planning on making a road in our village area. And if you didn't know, when you make these stone paths, you walk faster on them. That also includes run speed. Now this does go underneath the dirt, but it shouldn't go very far. It should only be like 1 or 2 blocks in it. And you can't really fight the current easily. Alright, nothing better over there. Now we get into the stone there. So anytime we get to a run that I'm stuck. Anytime we get to a run that has bony soil or road tiles, if I have the inventory space, I will pick them up. Alright, anything right here? Nope. We have this little bit. Now out here we will have the issue of being attacked at night. So I'm trying to get all this done before it's too dark out. We're not even at noontime in the game yet, so I'm not too worried about it right now. You only playing vanilla? Vanilla is good for learning how the game works. I do recommend playing vanilla for a while. But then you get into some things that are quality of life things. That's pretty much what I have modded here. I have something that allows us to store a large amount of these stones along with its sand and gravel variants. That is called Rebel storage, I think. And this should have been the first building we went in. I do want these windows. Luckily, they don't break like in Minecraft. I don't have enough. I don't want horsetails. They're used for healing. So that means there should be a window right here. And then probably one on this one. And then that should be all three of the buildings. And then there's just minor stuff. Is this something we don't have? We have blueberries. We don't have a lot of blueberries, though. Blueberries are a shrub that I'm trying to find more of. I like having a variety of berries, even though it doesn't really give you anything. Okay, and this is where we found all of our stuff. So we had tried placing dirt in here to try and cut off the water, but we couldn't. We have a brazier. Can I light it? Oh, I want these. Do I have to put wood in it? I don't know how to keep that lit. I want these. I did move it earlier just to try and get rid of all this water so I can move easier. There's a bowl in there and another brazier. But if we go out here, we want to find all the stones I once threw out. I'm getting distracted by trees to see if there's any resin. I see resin way over there on that tall tree. This vessel right here has a bunch of stuff that we found. So I forgot that we found onions, pineapple seed, and carrots. Pineapples are somewhat rare in this area specifically. Now this aged wooden bed, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to use it. It does say it lets us sleep. We also get the wood that we did not take with us. And a copper wrench, so we don't need to make a wrench yet. What can I switch out and come back for? We came for the bed, we're going to come back for everything else. Do I really want the mushroom? I don't think I want the mushroom. Like, I don't think we need to keep it. We'll leave the stones in here. Alright, let's go back home. This is actually closer than I thought we were from home. Should probably replace the ruin. What color? Let's do yellow. That's not very noticeable. Is green noticeable? No. What about brown? No. What about just plain old white? Also no. Need something noticeable. Pink? Highlighter green? That looks blue. What about purple? None of these are very noticeable. Is that what this color is? No, that color is at the bottom. Which I don't think... Oh, the bottom color is the one that we used. Okay, I'm gonna have these pinned so we can come back to them. Let's just go back home. I am taking a look at every tree. I do have another mod, which is a quality of life mod, that puts the resin icon on all four sides of the tree. Like right here, in vanilla Minecraft, you would, not Minecraft, vanilla Vintage Story, you would only see it on this one side. But if I get rid of the leaves so I can see... there we go. You can see that it's on both sides. It's actually on all four sides. Don't remember what mod that is, but it just makes it easier to find. I should probably be picking up as many sticks as I can. Sticks are a commodity that is somewhat difficult to get, because you can either find it on the ground or by breaking leaves, and I don't like breaking leaves. If I can avoid it. Hello. You have stuff in it. This is in vanilla Vitijoy. But those things give you sometimes rare seeds. Right now this says flax seeds. It does have more than one item in it. So we'll be coming back for that. We did find 3 of those. Oh, here's an example of a tree that has more than one resin on it. So if you right click or you press shift, it'll mark it. It won't mark both of those because they're on the same tree. There's no point putting 2 markers in one spot. Sticks. Alright, now we're getting out of that area. In the gravel areas, you want to keep your eye out for any ores that are above ground. They are easier to see, like this copper right here. I do have copper in my hand. That wasn't copper that I just picked up, that was a piece of stone. The grass kind of hides ores. It's like there could be ore right here, but if it's mixed in with the actual grass above the block, that can hide it. We're also looking for food. Anything I can plant. White currant. Do we have white currant bush? Don't know if we have white. There's copper right here. Do I make room for white currant bushes? We don't really have room. Unless I get rid of the turnip seeds. Can I get rid of the turnips? Looks like I can. Let's grab all these and add it to our stuff. I see some spelt right next to us. Oh, that's red currant. There's red, white, and black currant bushes. That's a fruit tree. Maybe not. Okay, what else should we get? We can get rid of this firewood. We can make more of that. We might even pick that back up later. Alright, these are red currants. Because I know I have cranberries, which look like the red currant bushes. Catch up on chat. Turnips get so much XP. Oh, that green bar is not experience. That's our hunger. Braziers also don't get extinguished. I don't know. I don't even know if we can make a brazier. Oh, apparently we can. If we had a Chandler's blueprint. Hold on, there was another one. Yeah, we would need a Chandler's blueprint. It does take wood inside it. Okay. Then how do we refuel it? If it takes firewood, I would assume we have to place more firewood in it. But it wouldn't let me place firewood. I don't know. We'll come back for those in the future. That's not one of our priorities right now. We also have all of our automated things. I guess it lives forever? I don't know. Do we have onion seeds on us? No, we have turnip seeds. What's this? Vegetable, grain, fruit, berries, mushrooms. We are going to do vegetable. I like making things orange because most of the time it's easy to see. We might come back to this birch area and get distracted by something that has nothing in it. We might come back here and chop down a lot of the trees that are in here for wood-related stuff. Because there are a lot of birch trees. Unfortunately, the resin in the trees do not happen if you place a spruce tree down. So if I were to place a spruce seed on the ground... There's some more cran bushes that are red. They would not make the... That's cranberry. We have cranberry. We have a lot of cranberries. A little cave that could end up connecting to our thing. Here's turnips. We have turnips on us. Now, they don't always give us a seed. Is this blue clay, by the way? It is. I have it marked. Another turnip. This looks like currant bushes. It is. Copper. We have black currants here, but I don't think we have room for it. No, we'll have to come back for them in the future. Onions. Hello, chicken. We will be coming back for you soon. I have a mod that puts cages into the game so we can just right-click on them. That's flax. Oh, we don't have flax, do we? We have spelt. What letter is flax, anyway? What nutrient does it need? It's a K nutrient. Oh, we could start doing our tunnel through there. I don't know where I would place it, though. I'm gonna guess I want a road going through here, which would go through that small hill and the hill behind it. I don't know yet. It looks like another one of our trees grew. Okay. Shrubs. Don't think we picked up any cranberries. Here is red currants. I'm gonna break this so that I can move it. To right here. This is the black currants. Oh, we do have some whites. Okay, cool. And then these are our blueberries. Turnips. Did I place turnips over here? Those are onions. These should be carrots. So I did not place turnips. We have another tree here that I'm waiting for it to grow so I can chop it down. Oh, didn't mean to pick up that torch. There's people above us. Okay, in here, can I place this down upstairs where the monsters are? We also have some windows, so I can take out the holes in the wall. Let's do the front windows. Make this look a little bit better. And kind of want more of these torch holders. Any torch that is in a torch holder lives forever. Torches do have a burn time or burn duration. And I do want more of those. so that I can torch the entire area in here without having issues. On the other hand, we could do the modded torch holders. Oh, there's more than one up here. Oh, oh no. And you're a little bit stronger. Got some flax fibers. Nothing in that one. We apparently have a third window that I forgot about. Let's just take this out and place it here. And that's probably a stair piece, yeah. Aged short bed compared to aged wooden bed. So if I break this and place in this, we should be able to sleep in it. We can. We have a new we have a new respawn point now. That did make us sleep a little bit. Alright, and then this is going to go over here, which is more of an inn than a blacksmith place. Even this has a cellar area. But up here, there's a lot of beds. If I go here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to flip that door to this side. Could just dig right through here and place it. We go like that, and then there we go. Now it's flipped over the way that I want it, so that the door faces inside the town, not away from it. Alright, now it is time for me to feed the cats and also take a quick restroom break. So let's pause the game. We're actually going to save it in case we get a crash later. Turnips in there. Spelt. This is my junk drawer? It is. Let's put those in there. Let's go get that flax that was over here. And let's figure out where this tunnel would end up being. So if we go right through here, a little bit to our right, we'd go through this hill, pop out somewhere over where this tree is. We don't need to go through this hill. It was just to get through that first one, so we don't have to keep climbing up and over. Okay, now we have flax, which is a K nutrient food. And I want to know how many blocks are between these two. If I stand right here, looks like we're looking at the X coordinate. So 382 minus whatever is at the wall. Doesn't matter if we're in the same straight line. Oh, it's only 12 blocks wide? If I count this out, this better be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it is an odd number. That's good. Because what I want is a 5-block wide road in the center. So if we go 7 from here, that should be the middle point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including this block. Which then means, well, 1. That goes in our fan now. This is our 5-block wide road. Which then... I need the x-coordinate to be 374 when I get all the way over here. We're going to start doing this because we should get a lot of medium fertility soil. So digging out as much as I can until the stones get in the way. And then we got to go 5 from here. So that's 3, 4, 5. We just dig all of this out. We're going to make this look a lot better and decorate it later on. It's not going to be just a 2-block high tunnel, but for the most part, for right now, it is. And now we're getting into the point where it's part of the hill. And I have to go back 2 blocks around all this stone. That's 1 block. And that's the other block. And I ran out of space. Because I didn't take stuff out of my pocket. Okay, let's put, well, first the dirt away. And then put these open crates, I guess, just right next to it. This can be bony dirt. Can I not place it inside? Can I place this inside? Are these a decorative item? No, it says large crate empty. Huh. Okay, I guess they can't be used. Anyway. We'll just have to use our chest in here. Plenty of soil, black seeds, blue clay, sticks can go back up here. We don't have any grass on us, so let's grab that. Birch seeds, flax fiber, and then over here is this stuff. All right, let's go back and pick up the rest of that dirt. All right. Now the only thing that gets in our way is actually nothing but this leaf. Eat a worm for that fiber. Or protein, I mean. pick that up. There we go. Alright, so that's ready for us. That's cool. I never noticed the X on this before. Alright, I'm gonna put this back in the box. And place that one tile there. Let's finish up this hole as well. And then I think I'm gonna fill in that water that's between the two buildings. Because that shouldn't take all of it. Well, I can't place water there. That's unfortunate. And I wonder if I can pick up all of that. No, I can't. I can only place it down and pick up water from it. Okay, well we need to go somewhere else and dig out even more dirt again. I just don't know where to do it from. The only thing I could think of is taking down this hill that's right here that we were planning on doing anyway. Does have a lot of height to it though. So this might go through a shovel or two. Anyway, let's see if we get some high fertility soil from this. The first few layers that we have here aren't going to have any medium fertility on it. I'm pretty sure we've already dug down a few layers. Now let's do this 2 layers at a time. So I had a feeling we were going to start seeing the stone. Maybe this wasn't a good thing to start with. Alright. I'm going to check to see if there's even medium fertility on this. There is. The grass is medium fertility. Okay, good to know. Then I will keep taking this down. We'll go this way now because we ran out of space without having to climb up. I am surprised, still, but there's no monsters out here yet. Usually I would be getting swarmed, but I guess they really are all below the ground. Alright, now we're on ground level. Now I could use the medium fertility soil that I'm getting from this to place back down in the spot that we're digging this from. You know, the hill is the stone now. We could break down the stone and replace this level with medium fertility soil, but I think I'll just fill it in with low fertility since we have so much of it. That way we're using the good stuff for something that we actually need it for. Which won't matter too much after we put in all the farm plots. But for right now we really want to keep the medium fertility stuff for the farm. We should be close to being done at this point. Alright, this should be the last maybe 6 blocks long. It was a little bit more than 6, but anyway. We got it all taken out. That should have been all the meat and fertility stuff for now. We do have a stack and 9. That's not going to last us very long, but it's a start. And I'm going to leave these shrubs over here where we found them. I have a feeling that another one of our trees grew over here. Alright, let's see how far this one gets us. We are already 2/3 of the way done with the water portions. Can I take the torch out of my hand? Yes, I can. This should be the last separation between the water. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're almost in the last line. And I think we're going to run out of dirt. Oh, no, we had the exact amount we needed. What are the odds of that? So now once we hoe this, we can start doing turnips in here. Put that up there. We'll run back here, grab... Oh, we'll put the dirt away, not grab the dirt. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't even have to be looking at the dirt or holding it in my hand to place it in there. That's nice to know. The hose. We're gonna need all of them. And I need turnips. I should have used the low fertility soil to separate this. Oh well. Should I get rid of all of the grass? Let's get rid of this stone knife so that we can start using bronze. And then the rest of the grass we won't worry about. We could be using our scythe. That would make this faster because I can do I think a 3x3 square. Or it does a 3 block wide line. I'm not sure. And we don't even seem to be getting close to breaking this knife. I am surprised. And luckily, it looks like going up this way for the next farm plot is going to be mostly covered in. Looks like we might be doing 3/4 of it compared to this one where we did probably close to 90%. And you just spawned in. Same with you. Alright, let's go back to hoeing this. think it's funny that the animations don't match up. And we need these. I still feel like the noise I'm hearing is running water and not wind. Which could be from the cave. And what I'm going to do once we get back to the beginning of this line is I'm going to start placing down all the turnips. So that we can get all 3 nutrients. Oh, I didn't mean to read. No. I need to put dirt there now. Alright, let's just grab one piece from there. I have a mod that if you hoe it twice, it puts that little trough in. It's not what I wanted to do. Alright, that noise is definitely running water because it gets quieter as I get further away. Did we already break one of the hose? Because it seems like this is lasting a long time. And I think instead of breaking all the grass, I might as well just hoe it. Because it seems like grass is growing on the tilled soil anyway. Okay, that one definitely did break. I did it again. That's gonna hurt our durability on the last hoe that we use. I think we're gonna have to make another flint hoe and fill a hole 2 dirt and throw it away. Alright, now we're in the last hoe for this. So if we're lucky, this should have 3/4 of the durability when I'm done. How much durability does it have? 61. Now if I use it one more time, that might actually be the right amount. Okay. Don't know how that happened. Maybe when I do the trough thing, it doesn't take the extra durability? I don't know. What I do know is that since we're not going this way, I can dig more of this dirt away. And use this for our farmland. Thought that was going to be important water there. But right now, I'm just going to dig it back, and then afterwards, when we're done making the plot, we'll make this look more realistic. I picked up the dirt that I didn't pick up earlier. I might put wood around this, kind of like a Minecraft villager farm. When they're naturally generated, how they have the wood logs around their farms to keep the water in. I might do that just for looks. Not sure yet. How many stacks? We don't even have 2 stacks yet. We also haven't dug out the grass for the roads to go in yet. Did I miss any dirt? It looks like I missed a piece here. No, that was just a particle. Alright, looks like I picked up all the dirt. Let's see if this can get us close to being full. Or full. Didn't need to place that, but I did. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, can't tell. Don't need this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need this one. Yep, looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need this. Can't make another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can do this one. Okay, so from here on, we should be just filling in, except for 2 spots. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's this one. And that's it. This is the last farm plot. And we do have some leftover dirt. All right, let's break this knife. There we go. Now, luckily, unlike in Minecraft, you can run and jump on this dirt. Grab the last 2 hose we need. Should probably also grab the knife. Let's grab the scythe too. Let's test it out. Oh, it does do a 9 by 9, or a 9, 3 by 3 cube. Doesn't get rid of the grass on the bottom, though. But it at least picks up everything. Or cuts through everything, I mean. It's pretty neat. I never used the sites in the server that we're on. So everything else I should be able to just punch away. I'm not really worried about if I missed a lot or not. And this is just so that I can hoe without having to be worried about what part of the block I'm looking at. Oh, I missed water. Alright, now we're in this spot. I can guarantee that more grass is going to be growing as I take away all of these. I wonder if this grass will regrow. Like, after you cut it, does it grow taller again? If you don't delete it? I never paid attention long enough for me to see if it would. I would assume so, or else why else would you have it growing here? Or I mean, not have it deleted once you cut it. Alright, that should be all of it. Oh, for the last time. And hopefully, if my math is right, and I don't mess up anywhere, we should break the last hoe on the last block. Especially if I don't misclick and oh, the separation spot. Yeah, that's one hoe, the one that was already broken. Oh, I almost double hoed that. Luckily, I paused before the animation went through. My question with the grass still stands, because if it is auto-spawning on top of dirt turning into grass, then why is there a smaller grass option once you cut it, instead of it just being deleted? I don't know. There goes the last one. So we are on the last hoe. And hopefully 80 blocks equals the rest of this flat land. This should be the last separation line between two things of water. Alright. Fingers twisted. Hopefully this works. It does appear like we're gonna have more of a hoe than I expected. I just got a weird spam email. Huh. It didn't break. And as far as I know, we didn't mess up, so we had an extra 4 durability on this hoe. We could use for something else later on. We could use this for farming pumpkins. Pumpkins can grow in a large area. They can take up a 9x9 square. So maybe we do a little bit of pumpkin farming. So the plan is to have berries in here, our food down here. We could do a small plot of land over here for the pumpkins, or we could put it over here. But I also wanted a greenhouse in this area somewhere. A place for chickens, a place for the other animals. So I don't know, chat. Maybe it's time for us to go mining instead. Because we do need more copper now. Let's just put this in our chest here. Place this back on the hook. Put the dirt back. Actually, let's put all of this in there. Take the 30 pieces. And this birch. Leave the stones. We have no food, so we are going to starve. I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna take a bunch of dirt. We're gonna fill in any holes with this dirt. Since it doesn't need to be high fertility or medium fertility, I mean. This will at least give us a border line on the map. So we could see it a little bit easier. Oh, we should probably have an orchard area for all the fruit trees. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, because I don't know how it's gonna work. Let's put this birch tree... right there. And let's put our dirt away. And let's come over here and attempt to make a way... Those mosquitoes? Bunch of little bugs. Let's attempt to make a way for us to get down into the cave from right here. You know what? We could make a water column to get in and out. All right, how deep do I have to go? Oh, it's not an issue about being deep enough, it's an issue of not being over enough. So this is 106. I go a little bit lower than that, which I just extinguished the torches. We'll go to here. We'll go one more. That should mean that this stays as a column. And then I can just go like this. I'm not going up. Oh, do I have to press forward? And shift? Yes. Alright, then we can get rid of all of these. That's another tunnel we should get rid of. Now I'm stuck. Now I can't see. And we just placed medium fertility in there. Oh well. Actually, if we go like this, place that there, this there, and there. I was hoping that this would make a water source, but didn't. If I just come out here and we place looks like it did good. I am hearing a crawler. Is that what they're called? I forget. The little spider guys. I have 54 sticks. I can make about 54 torches. Take a while for us to light them all. And I forget how to make the torch holder. Is this the whole block? It is. Okay, that makes 5. So if I make 12 blocks, we would have more than enough torch holders in the cave. There we go. Let's put this back. Break down all of these. That gives me another torch holder that I could put here. After I light these. Let's put 2 of these up here. If I can get up here. So that hopefully we can stop mobs. And I'm gonna need a lot of grass. And one of these. And I spend the long and tedious process of being worried a drifter or some type of mob was coming in water. So maybe it was out here. No, don't see it. Alright, let's do the long tedious process of making all of these torches. Looks like we get about 1/3 of a line here. Welcome in, Regus. You're going to burn your house down? No, I'm not. I was just about to say, why am I not hearing your noise? And then it happened. Luckily for torches, you don't have to actually shift. Or crouch, I mean. And we're going to try to light up as much of that cave as we can. While also getting as whatever ores I can find. Later on, once we fix up that building, we will make the little cave entrance a little bit prettier. I do want to move that lake away from the house. The only downside of us going down into the cave system is that we're now allowing the monsters to spawn up top. So we're going to want to put torches up top as well. But that in turn means we have to go get sticks again. Now, I should have more torch holders than I do torches. Alright, last 13 to do. It looks like it's beginning to be nighttime, if it's not already nighttime. So this is going to be fun, trying to cave explore while at night. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Luckily, we changed our respawn point to being inside our house. We should have about 5 more to go, and that's it. There's a Pichu in chat if anyone's a baby Pikachu. Alright, now the fun part. Okay. Did we put in torches over here? I did not. Okay, this should be bright enough for this to not spawn anything. Should I put a light in here? Probably. We'll do that just to make sure. We have one outside. Should be fine there. I don't have any food. And you know what? I'm going to place 4 of these torch holders in here, so that I'm not carrying more than I have torches. I should probably put 1 more in so I keep a torch on me. And do this in case I extinguish them all. Alright. Let's go in. First thing I want to do is expand this area so that I have more room to walk around in. I think I'll do 2 blocks wide. How have you been, Regis? How was your week so far? I know we're only halfway done it. Have you started your holiday? Oh, I also didn't realize that we still have the pinned message here. That doesn't need to be pinned still. Oh, we broke the copper pick, so now we're in the bronze pick now. And my headphones are starting to do that pop noise, so I think we're getting close to our raid out time. Alright, now what I'm gonna do... Not right next to the water. Can I get that little stone? There we go. I do want these next to each other, though. And I... Oh, boat's on already. You're down below. Up we go, then. As I probably get hit again. No? Okay. Now, I like to put torches on the walls. I don't like trying to put them on the floor. And this should dead end, which it does. And then there's nothing. Oh, that scared me. I wasn't expecting to turn around and see someone already. Stop it. Get out of here. How far did you follow me from? Oh, hello, Botorn. You followed me up here as well. Multiple Botorn. And a drifter. Oh, I'm definitely gonna die in here. Ah! Where are they? Oh, there we go. There's our first death. And now we're back home. Alright, let's try that again. Where you going? Why are you running? And that blue glow that you guys see is from me dying. I don't want that. What I was saying I don't want is the bow. Or the needle. Alright. Let's continue placing down these. Now I can't really tell what is too dark due to the glow I have. Which luckily goes away when I pull out a torch. How long does this last for? I don't even know. Let's take our death marker off of here. Suppose we should probably get rid of some of this water. How high do you go? Do you really start there? So that'll be a little bit of water taken care of. And then right here. That's not a spooky noise. I see something in there. And I think we've just gotten to the point where we get our first fork in the road. Where we can go multiple different directions. Oh, that's water that I'm seeing in front of me. I hear a spooter. I see something right there. Oh no, that was from the torch. Ah! A deep drifter? No, no, no. You stay away from me, sir. You will hurt me. There's an ore. Alright, let's put a torch here. And that looks... Ah! 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 It's not attacking me yet, but it will. Stay away from me. Stay... I was looking up because that looks like it takes us all the way up to, Oh, that's where you came from. That, I think, is the one right next to our town. Hold on a second. Before you get out of here... Oh, it's several gear. We got our first one. Okay, I should probably make some sort of staircase that's visible. We'll do that. Okay, I'll be able to see dirt. I don't want those. If we get out of here and run over to the hole in the cave over this side, it should be where all that water's coming from. Right here. So now if we run back down into the cave, we should see that either the chunk was not loaded and it stopped taking the water away, or we're going to see that there's less water. Hopefully there's nobody down here that'll hurt me. All right. So that was the right spot. Now there is a spot to climb to up there. I also don't know where I'm getting shot from. I guess I do know now. They're coming from up there. So we should probably go up next. Or I guess it would be over. I don't know how I got hit. Obviously. Oh, I see where. They are right there, and I want to be able to get to that spot. What I was trying to see is what's up there in that little roof spot. Alright, we're gonna run for it. Ah! Ah! Dang it! Now I got this blue glow again. Where is it? I don't know, but I want to get up there without dying. I had a feeling they would be coming back at this point. Okay, now I'm gonna go this way. And we should break through at some point. And I will go like this to show where I have to come in from. Did they despawn? No, they didn't. Oh, there's something underneath here. More of these arrows. Is there somewhere to go? Not really. Put a torch back here, though. Still no ores where we've been going to so far. Yeah, I hear you. Maybe think he was dead. Alright, let's go down this way and see if this leads anywhere. It does lead to, if I could speak, it does lead to some ores, but it's not an easy way to get out. Somewhere else might lead to that. Let's get rid of this water so that I can hear a little bit better. Oh, we have to go up. Ah, well, there's a cave entrance. And it's not one that we've gone through. Wait a minute, that's right next to our house. Or one of our houses. Alright, let's go this way. I hear it. I don't see it, but I heard it. I hear a spooter. I see a spooter. Get away from me. But first you must die. I don't see where they just shot me from. Unless it's from down there. Oh, I do see a few things down there. I'm pretty sure they're shooting from up top. Yes, they are. Ah, no, all the torches just went. Good thing we have a spare. Okay, I'm going to torch up this area next. Because I do not feel safe right here. Alright, let's continue going upwards. And this leads us back to where the boat horn went. That sounds like there's more than one. And here goes the water. We should be able to hear better now. Where are you? Hello. Oh, geez, there's so many. That's too many for me to deal with such low health. Let's fix the rest of our torches. Now, it looks like the place that the boat horns all went to was another fork in the road. And they're still kind of right there. I really don't want to mess with them. What we came over here to do was to get rid of the water. So that I could go somewhere a little bit easier, I think. Let's place some torches in here. I heard a noise that I did not like. Oh, geez, not another one. Oh, maybe this is where it led back to. This leads back to that. You know, we're just gonna go for it. Since it's running away from us, it's not gonna attack us. And if I just keep on it, it may fall somewhere. Like it did. Okay, we have 3 more torches we can place down. See if there's a place that we can get some good ores from. I want to be in here. I'm just making sure that there's a way to get out. Oh. Where did it hit me from? Alright, they may have despawned now that I'm up here. Oh, the music changes when you come down here? That's unfortunate. Oh, I didn't even notice that there was tin right there. Oh, hello, Boathorn. You're gonna hurt me. Yep. Where do you think you're going? You just died. I guess we'll take all the bones. Okay, where were we going? We were going up here. That allowed me to see a torch that I'd placed somewhere else. Which was not right there, but I guess this works too. Let's go up instead. How high up can I go? We'll do that, so if I find that from somewhere else, I at least know it leads somewhere safe. Alright, over here is where I was going. Let's add last torch right there. And let's do some exploring without placing down the torch. Because that looks like light. Oh, that's from over here. That's quartz. More quartz. More water making too much noise. Now I'm gonna grab whatever that is. Oh, there's more right here. It's more tin. We have so much tin. And I think I I think we're going to leave all the markers for the ores that we find, but then change the name to being empty or something. So that we can see how massive this cave was in the amount of ores. You know, what I could have done is put that torch in my offhand. We're going to be in bronze for a while if we want to keep using bronze. And we have a lot of stones I don't need. We'll get this tin, we'll grab the other tin if it's not conjoined with this. I don't think it is. I think the other tin that we saw earlier was too far away for it to be joined up with this. I highly doubt that this tin here is going to loop around the entire cave. I hear a little spider guy joining us. I don't think they can get in here. I think the only people that can get into this little area that I've carved out are drifters. But who knows, maybe they can. And this should be the one that faces outwards. Yep. This is a big amount of tin. And I don't even think it's going to be hidden anywhere with the amount that we're getting. I do know that I skipped this piece on the way out of here, including that piece there. There's one here, and there's one here. Alright, back out this way. Oh, that spider might have been above us. Okay, if we do this right, we can get into a spot where they can't get to us. Let's just dig up to this tin now. What? Oh, drifter. Alright, before you take a second to change these for a moment. Entry? No, empty. That's probably the way in that we're seeing over here. And going off of how much tin was in the other one, this is probably going to be a small amount. I have a feeling that it would have been part of that ore node if the cave wasn't generated over here. So, there's a little bit more that I missed. Wait, let me get these. Stop it. Stop it. No! There are some more pieces down there. And they're close enough to us that they will despawn after a while. We have to go back there and get them. Having to go around that water is annoying. Alright, so it looks like we went to over there. There's even more water to get rid of later. You know what? Let's make a bridge over that. That's one way out. And then we were way down here. But over here as well. Okay, so maybe there was tin hiding. Alright, let's get out of here. I'll have to come down here after getting a bunch more sticks. I do want to make this... Shut up. Oh, there you are. I heard you. They'll despawn after a while, but I'm gonna leave them there. I think this is a decent amount of stuff to get so far. I mean, there's even more over here. What is that? Is that a bell? What? Oh, hello. You're just spawning things down there, aren't you? I am making sure that nothing's coming for me up here, but I want to know what it spawns. It looks like it did a locust, a deep drifter, and a regular drifter. And I'm guessing it's going to keep going off. I thought maybe if I get out of line of sight it would stop, but it doesn't look like it is. Okay, it stopped. No, it didn't. We're just gonna run away from that. I thought bells only spawn in the lower areas, not just any area. Why didn't these combine? Oh, rich and medium. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here with the amount of tin that we have. And at this point, I think we have to go... and get some copper. Just look at all that. That's all this. And we use so little of that. And then it's probably time for us to get some rubble storage. Go up there. This can go in, this can go in, this can go in. We'll need this. Alright, where is the closest? I'm gonna guess it's this where we have the native copper bits. Will probably be the closest to the surface. I saw a dark spot and I thought it was gonna fall in a hole. Okay, so right here where this other copper bits are that I forgot to pick up, or just didn't know that they were here. Let's break some leaves to see if there's any more, as well as also getting some sticks. Alright, it looks like there's no more. Alright, so if we start digging right here, as soon as we get through the dirt, we should find copper. There it is. It looks like we're at the highest point here, so we're going to be digging down another block in a little bit. Yeah, this definitely is the highest point. And then I think what we're going to immediately do is make some lanterns and stuff, or torch holders for in the town. Let's do both. And now that we have a prospecting pick, we can find out if there's any copper being left over after we finish digging this up. Then I think we will start getting this started being smelted. And then we'll call it for today's stream. Not sure how much more copper after this we'll need for the full 12 ingots of bronze. I don't think we'll need a full another node. How are the cats doing? Oh, they're both laying on the tree right behind me. So this up there, this down here, you want to change. Because we want to know nodes, not what is in this area. Copper trace amounts. Well, there's some. So I'm just going to dig around in random areas. We already know there's nothing there. There's some. That's dirt. Alright, there might be some out this way. Right, let's try it one more time. I don't know if that means that there's more copper or none. Oh no, it says it twice. Okay, so there is still more copper in this area. Would it be up more? I would imagine that it's further out. Because this looks like we're getting up to a dirt layer, so there wouldn't be anything above us. I'm just not finding the copper that it's saying is here. It was saying it over here, though. Alright, what if I prospect this way? No, it's still saying trace amounts. There's gotta be one block of it somewhere. How did I get down here anyway? I don't even see my hole right there. I think we're gonna call it good from here. Pick up all this granite so I can use it for stones and such. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. For mining at least. Delete both of those. That's ruins underneath the ground. That's more ruins underneath the ground. That's my dead body. It's not the node that I meant to click on. That's also not the node I meant to click on. Delete that one. We can get rid of the one that doesn't say empty. And also that one. Oh, that might be blue clay. I'm debating on if I'm going to go down for any of these copper pieces that are underground. I might go for these instead if we need more. Wait a minute. No, that's not the blue clay at the town. Okay. There's a snow run in chat if anyone's one. Let's see how much of these I can get rid of. Now there's a bug in here. I need hammer. Doubt that's enough copper. I need 2 stacks and 112. Yeah, I need more copper. Rich, medium. Medium, medium. Rich, wow. Some of those deposits were really big. Yeah, they are both 10. Okay, so 2, 3. We need a third. How do I make a rubble storage again? A plate with planks. You know what? Let's make the rest of these into plates. I need at least 2 pieces of charcoal to do this. This is going to be to make a box. So that we could put all of our stones, gravel, and sand that are all granite named into the same storage area. Okay, they should be warm enough for us to start working with. Here it is. Needs 2 ingots. You know what, while we're doing that, didn't mean to rotate it, but I will. So this is going to take quite a little bit of time. But afterwards we should be able to make at least 1 rubble storage, maybe a few lanterns. Not sure if I'm going to do that yet. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. And take work item and then chisel it. Let's make a chisel. Not at all the thing I wanted at this point, but we might as well have a chisel, just in case, for other things. This just means that we can't use the next nugget for... Yeah, so if we do that, we get the 40 nuggets back. And then we have to re-smelt that into a ingot. Why did that just make another... I put the wrong thing. I put the wrong ingot into there. Okay, so now we have 2 ingots. Wait. I don't think those nuggets are going to be enough for us to get 2 bars out of. Hopefully we can, but I have no clue. Alright, how many does this make? It makes 1 bar. Wait, no, it makes 3 bars. What? How did we just break down 2 bars? I broke this down, didn't I? Alright, that makes sense. The first plate that we made, I broke that down with the chisel first, thinking that I picked up the ingot. That was the work order. So what we're gonna do while we wait for us to have enough copper to make another 20 ingots of bronze is that we're gonna heat up those 60 nuggets, making 3 bars. Okay, hammer, chisel there. Don't know how much this is going to need, so I'm just putting in the whole stack of charcoal. Didn't mean to throw that. Let's toss these in here so we can quench them. Wait a minute, they should have stacked. Oh, I didn't quench them long enough. There we go. Alright, let's see what these are used for. Light helmet? Oh, we can make armor out of it? Okay. How do you make chain armor? Oh, so you can fix them. And this is how you upgrade them with leather and bismuth bronze. Okay. I'm guessing it's the same with all the armor. Now this is what I wanted to see. It's used for a mining bag. Don't think we need that. We can make a bronze lantern. Apparently we can make ruined lanterns if we had the Chandler's blueprint. I'm guessing this is for automation. So that's pretty much all it's used for, is the lantern, automation, and armor. Cool. And that whole time it paused the ingots heating up. I thought they were heating up that whole time. Who said you could be here? Alright, it's at least starting to cook. It didn't have to get all the way up to the 1300 degrees. Didn't I just have a message? That was weird. Alright, I'm gonna guess we only need one more. It looks like the hotter it's getting, the faster it's finishing, so pretty sure only one more because it's not gonna finish with this amount of heat. Oh, there goes both of my earphones. I can't hear anything in game right now. Put that back in there. And I wanted to make a robo storage which needs just 5 of these. Place this back here. You get the charcoal. It's screws, isn't it? I was meant to make screws. Or does it have to be in a specific spot? And it probably has to be in a specific spot. What? Does it have to be a copper plate specifically? I thought it had to be any plate. I think it has to be copper. It does. That's annoying. Okay. I don't even have any copper ingots. Well, I tried making that. At least we have 2 plates. I guess I'll just continue putting... You know what? Let's take all of it out. Right now we'll put it there. This is all just stuff we don't need. Put the other chests inside there. Let's go and find more copper. I am going to turn on my speakers, which means that I have to go into here and change my settings there. All right. The next copper is way out here. Let's figure out what this is. And then go get the copper. Should I dig through the tunnel? We're almost to the other side. Let's dig through. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. This should be the entire road here. Now all we have to do is come back and dig out the rest of the stone. I'm surprised I haven't seen any bears or wolves recently. I guess we live in a relatively safe area now. Rye. Grab rye. I think that means we have all of the grain nutrient types. So over here by the sand, we have red clay. We don't know if we got all the brown coal, and we obviously didn't grab any of the gold from that. So we get this little bit of copper that's probably over here, and then that should be it. We shouldn't need any more than that. Even if it only gives us a small amount, we're really close to 112 with what we have. I think we're at 86. Or it could have been something higher than that, like 90 something. Not sure. All I know is that there is copper right here. Let's dig down here. Now, since we're at nighttime, being 2 in the morning, I'm just going to do that so that nothing can come down here. Welcome in, Percuss. We are actually winding down here. Merry Christmas to yourself. I hope you're having a wonderful break. I don't know if you're actually on holiday yet. I imagine everyone would be at this point. Already had family Christmas dinner. Do you celebrate Christmas Eve? Instead of on Christmas Day? Oh, cool. That's what my family does. Only I'm in the US, so I'm not Christmas Eve yet. Oh, wait, no, today's Christmas Eve. What am I talking about? Are we both in the US? Alright. This is pretty much how much copper I expected. Let's see if there's any more hidden somewhere. I forgot what day of the week it was for a moment there. Cassiterite? What? Why is this entire map area full of tin? You used to live in the States, but that was well over a decade ago now. I feel like when we played on Wellbred server a while back, I couldn't find tin anywhere. And I don't mean like everyone mined the tin in the area and there was just none left by the time that I got there. I went prospecting and could not find cassiterite at all. And now all of a sudden this map is just full of it. But since it said there's no copper in the area, we're just gonna ignore that. Let's dig out of here. Come on, place it. Alright, home is this way. I don't think we need the torch out anymore. So every time I go through this cave now, I'm going to, thought that was copper. I saw the chicken, that wasn't what I was chasing. Every time I go through the cave, we're going to dig out at least one more block until it's fully widened out. Did I pass it already? Oh, it's over here. There it is. And then eventually we'll be raising the height of it, raising the roof. That way I'm not focused on this, and it's still getting done over time. We are going to run into a food issue, because I highly doubt that the farm plots are even close to being done. Plus we also only had 2 seeds for onion and carrots. Let's go check them now. Or no, let's start the smelting, and then we'll go check the food. I want hammer. Well, that just finished off the stack. And that was all we had. So I need 112. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I forget how much cassiterite I need, but I think it's 32, a whole half stack. We'll figure it out later. What I want to do is make enough room in my inventory that I can hold all 4 of them. Put in there, you go in here. Okay, so we have N, A. Oh, there's 2 things for N. I thought these were not able to be copied. If I go like this, just so this goes all in the inventory up there. Pretty sure I need 30 or so in order to make a full 20 ingots. I know the copper amount, I just don't know the tin amount. How's I gonna make more? It is 32. Was it 31? It looked like for a second it was 31. No, it's 32. It's a half stack. Okay. Let's throw this back in there, grab the rest of our charcoal so we can go through that. Start smelting this up. Now, I have a feeling that this is going to take way too long for us to wait for. It's chicken on a food. 80 hours? Another hour and a half before that's done. And only 17 minutes for the carrots. Wait a minute, does that mean onions just grow longer? I guess they do. And then our turnips we just placed down, they're only 10 more minutes. Depending on where it is. Oh, this has less moisture? But isn't it right next to the water? I don't know. We'll be sorting that out later. Eventually, we'll have so much of both of them seed-wise that we won't have to worry about it. Oh, another thing I just realized, I don't know if I have the mod that allows me to turn vegetables into their seeds. Okay, what would we consider the greatest accomplishment of today's stream? We did upgrade the house. As you can see, we have 2 windows. There's actually a 3rd one. We did smelting. We made chests. We turned this into a cellar which has nothing in it. All these vessels are empty. We didn't do anything up top other than add a bed that we can use. All those torches, that's true. Should we go down into the cave and take that as our screenshot? The only other thing that we accomplished today was putting in these two farms here. It was that, smelting, and getting lost in the cave. Yeah, let's go down the cave. Take a picture of as many torches as we can get in one shot. And like I said, at some point this entrance is going to be a little bit prettier. So let's go into the largest opening we have. That's a dark cave. I think we do want to take the picture from over here so we can see how far away we've gone with the torches, as well as how many we put down. If we had another torch in that little dark crevice, this would be the best picture in my opinion. I am also curious what's up there. I'm afraid something's going to fall from it. Alright, we'll take this as our screenshot. There we go. I'm now going to get us out of here so that if something can spawn in this light level when I join again, we're not immediately getting attacked. Now this is low fertility soil, so that means the gravel is one block above that at least. Oh, hello, Spooderman. Where did you come from? Get back here. No, don't run away from me. You're supposed to scare me. There we go. Attack me so I can kill you quicker. And get your whole weird flax. I don't know where you made flax, but... Alright, let's go fix that water. I was trying to get rid of the dirt so that I can see how far that house is into this cave. He was just trying to sing you a Christmas carol? Well, then why did he run away? Alright, if we take consideration of this, we do need both of these. And I will just block up. Hopefully that doesn't spread further and takes out that torch with our modded torch holder. I don't know how the modded torch holder is going to react if it gets water. Oh, that didn't expand like I thought it was going to. So what I want to do is get rid of this. And that brings us back to here. So I just recreated the same issue. Oh, there's a Paris in chat. Don't know if I have that. Apparently I do. Okay, so this looks like it goes too deep. And my NAS is not liking the fact that OBS is using it to make noises. Every time there's a noise that's about to play for you guys, I can hear the hard drive spinning up. Okay, now what I want to know is where was those stones that I just dug out? Oh, right here. And also, that's not where this goes. For a second, I thought we were going to lose the game. I want it here. Okay, so these stones are the ones that we saw at the bottom of the cave. And I think what I might do for this house is actually raise it. So that this will be the bottom level. We'll switch the door to being on the other side like we did with the other house. Even though there is no door for this. Let's clean it up a little bit. Same with this. Eventually I'll come in here with some muddy gravel. As far as I know, you can make muddy gravel. Yeah, you put gravel and water into a barrel and it makes muddy gravel. Alright, then before we leave, maybe we should go around and try and clean out some of these houses to make them look a little bit better. I think we can dig out all of the gravel from in here. This brings us... Why is there wood here within stone? I feel like this should be... Oh no, this would be the floor, and this is a ladder, or a staircase going up. I'd have to look at the other house to see what we're supposed to look like over here. I remember there being more wood. Oh, there goes the starvation. I'm gonna finish digging this out. Okay, it looks like the outside line of this is stone, and then the inside area of this is made out of the wood. There's more over there. That's okay, we can stack it, right? I just go throw that over there. Should be able to go like this. And then, boop. That gets rid of the rest of the stones in here, I think. Oh, we're also about to break our first bronze shovel. And I just released all the water from outside. Okay. It does look like the outside edge is done. Alright, we're gonna leave the rest of this like that. And apparently my torch got extinguished. This is about to be done. Oh, hello. Howdy, neighbor. You can stay in here. You're not hurting anyone. I'm just gonna... Why are you not finishing? There we go. I'm gonna leave that torch on the ground. I hope that wasn't just a glitch and I just wasted a few ingots worth of bronze on that one ingot mold. What's going on here? should know in a few seconds if I have enough to continue going. Because that's 15 ingots. Okay, I did have enough for the whole thing. You can go back there. Out of my house. Didn't even give me anything I want. Oops, hammer doesn't go in there. Here's the flax. This can get placed away. This goes in here. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna call it here. Why not summon the raid out too? They don't need chimneys or Santa can't get in. Oh, they need chimneys or Santa can't get in. Alright. Let's save and leave the world. Let's go into our raid out scene. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.